Brandon, and I'm back to do a commentary on the infamous Jim Rauch interrogation. I've had more than a few people request this one, so let's jump into it and get it done.
So you just were out driving?
Just a note, I am drinking a Slurpee here. I noticed people before have pointed out if they can hear me eating or something, so if you hear any weird sounds, that's what it is. I'm just enjoying my Slurpee.
No, I don't want to admit that.
Okay. Did you come?
So it looks like we just kind of jump into it here. There's no... Sometimes they show them come in and then get the introductions and everything. I guess we kind of just jump into the middle of this thing. I've seen like clips of this, I think, but I'm not familiar with the whole thing, so this is new to me. So I'm gonna be exploring this for the first time.
Come out to see somebody today?
Somebody invited me to come over.
Okay. Well, who was that?
Someone invited you. You invited yourself over, Jim. And this is pretty sure this is the same notorious cop that I was trash talking in the Timothy Kind interrogation. This terrible cop. Let's see if maybe he got reprimanded for being so bad in the last one, and he's improved his methods.
Cheyenne something.
How'd you meet Cheyenne?
I was online, came up.
Okay. When you were online, do you do that at home, or do you?
I do it at home.
You do it at home?
Yeah, they always do that. They always try to make it look like it was no big deal. They were just online and somehow began talking to them. So they're talking to a bunch of people, and this was one of them. They can't really remember. It's like, no, you specifically sought out her. You picked this particular decoy or this particular person to start speaking with and saying all this disgusting stuff to. I've read some of his chat. It's revolting. Actually, I think I listened to Fast Eddie's commentary on it. It's like this guy was sickening to her. There's no way that he just happened to be talking to her. One thing led to another, whatever bullshit reason he has. Like, he picked her because of her age and immediately started getting into this sexual stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Is that generally the only place you do it?
Yes.
Okay. What do you have your own personal computer or laptop?
Yes.
It's a,
Both.
Oh, do you have both?
I actually have 2 laptops.
You have 2 laptops?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's my business.
Okay, it's your business. Okay.
What type of business?
I do web pages for University of Cincinnati. I have access to those. I need to have access to them in order to do the business with them.
Okay. And you usually use all those computers to chat to people, or chat, or do you just use one specific, or?
Usually at home.
Okay, usually at home. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And
If I do chat,
If
which
you
I
do-
don't do, but that again, because of the fact of the business that I'm in, chat is a part of what I do, and chat is a part of University of Cincinnati distance learning.
okay.
I have a feeling that the nature of Jim's chat was not required by the University of Cincinnati. It was probably not a part of his job. If it is, that is one weird university.
And I need to be able to access that in order to be able to do the business I do.
And he was chatting like under his name. He wasn't some sort of a pseudonym or whatever that you call it. It was his full name. Jim Rauch was what he was using to chat and say all this illegal stuff.
Okay.
With them.
Okay. So you met Cheyenne.
I didn't meet Cheyenne. She came after me.
Okay, she came after you. Tell me about that.
I don't know. I don't exactly how it happened at all.
She came after you, did she, Jim? This 13-year-old girl just saw your picture and couldn't control her lust. She just had to have you and reach out to you and start talking to you. You're a fucking liar, Jim. You absolutely reached out to her first.
I have no recollection at all what happened for her to make contact with me. I don't know. Was I on some line of some sort? I have no idea.
No, you reached out to her first, just like all the predators.
So you were chatting, and she came on to you while you were chatting sometime.
Well, somebody did, whatever, who that Cheyenne is.
Okay. Do you know how old Cheyenne was?
She told me she was 13, but and I was very, very, very. I don't do that.
You don't do that.
Yes, you do. Obviously, you do. That's why you're here. Why do these guys say they don't do that when they've literally been caught doing that?
I don't want to do that. I mean, I'm not there.
You're not there.
No, not at all. I'd be happy, like give me an 18, 19-year-old, and I'll be happy.
Oh yeah.
Okay. 13-year-olds, God, it's gross.
Not your thing.
Yeah.
Well, he's right about that. It is gross, but it is his thing. It's absolutely his thing.
And when you were talking to Cheyenne on the chat line, what'd you guys talk about?
Well, and up until this afternoon, which was, I don't know what I gave in for, but I thought she was more like an adult. But
You just said that she told you she was 13. Now you're saying you thought that she was more like an adult? What changed? She didn't give you a different age. She didn't say, I was lying about being 13. I'm actually an adult. She never said that. She was 13 the entire time. So how does all of a sudden now she seems like she might be an adult?
no, I was very, very cautious not to be there. I didn't want to be there.
Okay.
I really don't. That's not my thing. I don't like it. I don't want it. Don't want it. Oh, where's work?
But you might have had a little curiosity.
No, I don't even.
Which is
I'm
normal.
not even curiosity. I don't have any curiosity about it. It's too young. It's stupid.
He's acting like he was having this conversation against his will. Like I've said before, it's very easy when you're talking to someone over any sort of text-based method. It's very, very easy to stop the conversation. It's not like the person's in your house and you tell them to leave and they refuse to leave or something like that. You just ignore them. You could block them. You could delete the app if you have to. Like there's no way that you're going to be stuck in a conversation that you don't want to be a part of, especially one that lasts like days, like his did. I don't know if it lasted. I'm pretty sure it lasted quite a while. I'm not sure how long, but he was not a fast mover as far as I remember. Like it lasted multiple days at least.
And now you can go back and look at all the records of the conversations I've had. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. It's stupid. I don't. That's not what I want to be.
Okay.
Maybe it's not what you want to be, but it's what you are.
Yeah.
I don't even. That's not me.
Is that you?
No, no.
Like, is there something going on in his brain? He's just in pure denial where he's refusing to admit what he is? Or is he just flat out lying? I'm pretty sure he's just lying. He obviously knows that he's caught, he's in trouble. He thinks if he just denies everything, maybe they'll believe him. But the thing is, they have, written proof of everything you said, which goes exactly against all this bullshit you're saying here.
Not at all.
Do you have any type of webcam or anything like that?
I do have a webcam.
Okay. Do you ever use it for any purposes? Or?
It's available.
Okay.
Use it. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
You don't know what use it means? Are you stupid, Jim?
Right. So we didn't get into what you guys talked about. What you guys talked about?
I was very, very up until today, which is obviously the reason the results have come.
They mainly talked about sexual stuff that he constantly brought up, and the rest of the time he was bragging about his stupid band and other stuff.
I have been very, very cautious of not talking about anything. I do not want to be involved with a 13-year-old. I do not like it. I don't want it. And for some reason, I just relaxed and.
So who do you think you were talking to?
Another person.
Another person.
Really, that's perfect. And that's honest with you, for whatever worth value that is.
Okay.
I don't. I don't. I cannot condone the statements that I would have made this afternoon to her.
Oh, now he's trying to act like this is a new thing. It didn't start off like this. It was just a little bit this afternoon. If I'm remembering correctly, he started off being a disgusting, sick bastard pretty much immediately. The entire conversation was just disgusting. Now he's trying to say, oh, it was just a little bit this afternoon.
I wish I could retract them.
Yeah.
Not because of you guys.
And, like, so what's he saying? He's saying he admitted that she said she was 13. So he's trying to say, like, right off the bat, she said she was 13, and we didn't talk about anything bad. But then this afternoon, he started seeing her as more of an adult. He said that. And then, so he started saying sex stuff to her. So you just arbitrarily, for no reason, decided that she was an adult, even though she told you she was 13 in one of the previous days. You decided that she was probably more of an adult. So you're going to be disgusting with her. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
But because of the fact that I just don't. That's not it. That's not me. I don't see it. I don't.
Like, the time to make a statement like that it's not you, would be if someone reached out to you. Say the 13-year-old did reach out to you, or someone pretending to be a 13-year-old, and they're like, hey, come do this illegal thing with me. And you're like, no, I'm not going to do that. That's not me. I don't want to do that kind of thing. That would be the time to say that. It wouldn't be after you reached out to them and then said disgusting things to them and illegal things over and over again, and then come to meet them and then got arrested, and now you're being interrogated. Now it just seems like you're saying that to avoid getting in trouble, when you clearly can tell by everything that he's done that he was absolutely the kind of person that would do this.
Jim, I understand. All right. And I understand you've made a mistake. Okay. I've read the chats.
Right.
Okay.
And you can see how.
I see here where you told her that you wanted to fuck around, and that you
We're then what provoked that?
yeah.
I mean, we can go down.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to the details of the thing.
Yeah.
I understand what you got.
Yeah.
And I know what you got.
I'm just trying to understand here.
I
did
not meet with her. Number one. Number two, I didn't really want to meet with her.
Okay.
Another guy who's just forced against his will to come meet a 13-year-old. If there's something you don't want to do, you generally don't do it unless you're like forced to, like at gunpoint. Someone's like robbing you, or if it's some sort of law, like you have to pay your taxes or you get in big trouble, like things like that. But for the most part, if it's something like this, if you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it. You're not going to expend the energy to do something if you don't have the desire to do it. Clearly, he had the desire to do it because he had this chat with her, then asked if he could come over, repeatedly talked about it, and then drove over. He wanted to do it. There's no other way to look at it.
I really, if you go to the bottom lines of things, let's talk about facts that I denied, and I did not want to do that. I really did not want to.
Jim, I know you're under lock.
Being hesitant about coming over is not the same as not wanting to. If you didn't want to, you would just say no.
Of pressure right now.
I'm not
sure
under
your wife.
pressure at all.
Well,
I'm not. I'm really not. I mean, obviously being here is a little bit
Yeah.
of pressure, but that's not.
Are you married?
Yes. No. God, no. You want her? You
Yes, no, God, no.
can have her. I'm sorry.
I got one of my own. That's enough for me.
Yeah, this is just give her ammunition. That's all.
Well, I'm not trying to give no ammunition for nobody. This is just me, you, and Kate here. Okay.
Well, it's not, but
Well,
okay. I did not do anything.
It's all of us, too.
This, whatever this person is, whoever it is, I did not intentionally
okay.
I met with this person because this person, whoever it is, male or female or whatever, enticed me to the point where I wanted.
Oh, shut up, Jim. They did not entice you at all. That's the whole point of the decoys doing this sting. They are careful not to do anything to get you to do something you weren't going to do. They don't reach out to you and start saying sexual things to kind of lure you in. They just put the profile up and you reached out to them and they just responded after you said hello. And then you're the one that started bringing up all the disgusting sex stuff. They didn't do anything to entice you.
I wanted to. And
If you felt enticed, it was all of your own making. It was because you got so horny saying all this stuff to them that you felt enticed. But you can't project that onto them because they didn't do it.
Did you? So you guys did talk about sexual acts in your conversations.
I don't know that.
I mean, that's the kind of stupid logic is, he could say, like, hey, will you give me a BJ? And she says, sure. And he's like, look, she's luring me because she offered to give me a BJ. It's like, no, you asshole. You're the one that brought it up. She was just saying, yeah, sure. Like most of the decoys do. They're not saying a hell of a lot. You're the one saying, requesting, and demanding all the sex stuff. They're just kind of going along with it because you've already, like, brought it up and asked for it. They're not the one enticing you.
You can go back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking.
I don't know. I really don't know. It doesn't really,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned,
You know,
it doesn't matter.
Jim, I'm just trying to figure out what really happened because if
I'm just trying to figure out why this guy would possibly think a 13-year-old would be interested in him.
well, if we don't talk about it now, and if I just give this to somebody, they're gonna think you are a sick.
Oh, he's going with the same trick he pulled last time, that they're going to hand this off to someone else who might not be as nice. But the thing is, these are the investigators here, so it's kind of a bullshit trick, but who knows, maybe some predators fall for it.
Maybe possibly a child predator, and I don't think you're that point, okay?
I'm not.
And you're not.
I'd be like, okay, good, then can I go? If I don't think I'm a predator, can I leave?
But if we don't talk about it, what else?
Tell me.
What else can I tell people? Saying, Jim made a mistake. This
I
is what
didn't follow
happened.
through. Number one. Number two.
Yeah.
Number two. Because the fact I didn't follow through is I'm not so sure that I wasn't turned down the street right when I was picked up.
Yeah.
If you check back on the records, on the results, there have been at least three times where I turned around.
What is it with these predators thinking that having some kind of a doubt, or rethinking it, or wishing they turned around, or even some of them actually turning around? We've seen a couple guys recently in Takedown that they'll pull up and then they'll turn around and drive away, and then a few minutes later they come back. Who cares how many times you think of it? Like, if you are intending to rob a bank and you spend years driving there, but then you chicken out and you turn around and you come back and then finally one day you do it, you can't be like, man, I spent like 500 times rethinking this. There were so many times that I turned around because I didn't want to do it. We only care that you actually eventually went through with it. Who cares if you had second thoughts? The thing is, you still drove there. It's such a dumb excuse.
And I don't do this. I don't. Number one, I don't really want to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me some sex. Okay, and I'll find ways to do the sex, but not this youth thing. This is crap.
You'll find ways to do the sex? That's a weird way to put that.
It's really crap.
I bet you most of the ways that he does the sex is with the hand.
If nobody stopped you tonight, what do you think might have happened?
Nothing.
Is it just me, or is Jim's skin like nearly identical to the color of that wall?
Absolutely nothing. And I'll be honest with you about that. Nothing. Nothing would have happened. Okay. God, is this a place to tell the stories?
It's as good a place as any. Jim, we're just trying to be honest with each other.
I went to a swingers club last night and walked out
Where's that at?
in Dayton.
Up in Dayton, Ohio, Kentucky?
Dayton, Ohio. I walked out. And the reason I walked out is because, no, it's not for me. I'm not selective. I don't want you to think of it as being selective.
I wonder if they tossed him out. Maybe that's the reason he left.
I'm looking for some satisfaction from somebody. And I'm not looking. And again, my own motivation is not to just find somebody who's interested in me. Okay, not young, not old, not fat, not thin, not someone who is interested in who I am. And that's really it.
And how long have you and your wife been divorced? Or been separated? Or
We've been divorced for 2000. What was it? 4 years?
2,000 years.
Almost 5 years.
5 years ago?
I've had relationships with other women. And it's not that. It's not a sexual thing at all.
What is it?
There's somebody, and I guess, and I put this out. Maybe this isn't the right place for doing it, but Cheyenne, whoever Cheyenne is, some George down the hall, talked to me. And when that person talked to me, it was a person. Now, I have other people that I talk to, and for whatever that's worth, and I don't want to
Why does he keep making those stupid eye-rolling faces, like after every statement?
bring them into this, but
Made you feel good, didn't it?
it kept me away from that loneliness that I have when I'm sitting in my house by myself, and somebody talks to me.
Nobody to talk to.
Aw, poor Jim. Poor Jim was victimized by the 13-year-old girl. Just a lonely old man who was taken in by her talking with him. Just an innocent conversation he was trying to have. Yeah, poor Jim.
Yeah.
You feel that lonely feeling, and you know.
Whatever,
And-
however that comments itself.
And she tried and filled that, didn't she? She fulfilled that need.
Yeah, but then it turns around because of this crap, which I understand you need for doing it.
But
I don't.
So,
I
so
think
you
there's a
live
need for it.
alone.
There's a need for people out there, and
Sure, if he's trying to say there's a need for people to have some sort of relationship with other people and some sort of human connection, maybe that's true. Probably is true. Yeah, just 18 and over. It's not a lot to ask for an old bastard like you. Just 18 and over. Probably 40 or 50 and over would be most appropriate for you since they'd be in your age range. You specifically selected a 13-year-old, and that is not appropriate for this type of human connection. Especially when you start blatantly involving sex into the equation.
that need is fulfilled by, and the law enforcement. By the way, I'm in criminal justice. I hate to tell you that. That's the bottom line. But
All right.
but I am. I at UC I work for the criminal justice department. There is a need for.
Maybe you should have spent more time reading some of the textbooks in that criminal justice department so you would know not to do this kind of thing. And also know not to talk to the frickin' detectives, just ask for a lawyer.
For people in this society to have a connection with somebody, and I don't care. I don't want that where that connection comes from. I think is crucial, and that's where I've got fucked up, you know. But don't judge me on that.
I'm not judging you.
I know
and
you're not. I know, but eventually I will be. So yeah, and I know that system how it works.
But Jim, I can understand that, you know, when you're feeling lonely and you feel like you have, you know, you just live by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you feel that lonely and you go home every night.
Yeah.
You're feeling lonely. You talk to Cheyenne,
Or whoever.
and whoever you're chatting to Cheyenne here, you feel like you can feel. Do you feel like you can feel open to say things?
Right, and I don't, you know, and I think it's unfair of the justice systems to condemn me for talking to somebody.
They're not condemning you for talking to someone. They're condemning you for talking about sex with an underage person and then coming over to her house to do those acts that you were talking about.
If it's underage, I can understand that, and I know that's where you come in. My relationship was created with my relationship to Cheyenne was because of the fact that I closed that out, and I fault you guys with that because of the investigations or how you do that is that person who's making those communications starts to connect with the person, and that connection that you make is not maybe with the perverted people is one it's
Like you?
really negative, but with a person like me, it connects. There's somebody who's talking to me, and I don't know.
Just because someone's talking to you, I mean, if he's right about what he's saying, you can talk about anything other than sex, because that is a topic of conversation that's not appropriate to discuss with a 13-year-old when you're an old man. So you could just talk about anything else. You probably shouldn't be talking to her, or you shouldn't be talking to her to begin with. But if you are, talk about anything, any other subject on earth, and you would still have that same connection he's talking about. He was specifically talking about sick sex stuff. So obviously that's what he wanted to talk about. He couldn't care less about the human connection. He probably barely even saw her as a person. He just saw her as like some victim he could predate on and just get off on talking to and sending disgusting things to her. Like, he's just trying to pretend that it was like some innocent conversation. No, it was not.
You do what you have to do. Let's cut the bullshit and let's go. I'm to the point, you know. I'm lonely. I'm not going to get back to my ex-wife. I wouldn't do that anyway.
Yeah.
I have people who don't want to talk to me anymore. I don't care. So I have somebody who's Cheyenne who talks to, or whoever it is, you, whoever it is, Cheyenne. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, maybe I went over the border. And
I would like to see this guy as like the rest of the chats on his computer, other people he's talking to. If what he's saying is like, he's just looking for human connection and she was as good as anyone, she's just the one that, he started chatting with. I'm sure there must be just like a whole bunch of other, grown men he's talking to about sports and other things. I have a feeling that if you look at who he was chatting with, it was probably only this one girl during this chat, or possibly other very young girls. Maybe a few adult women, who knows. But I bet you this was not just like a one-time thing. It's not like it was a sample pool of different types of people. He's probably exclusively going after young women and underage girls. I would strongly suspect that.
if I did, that's what I'm paying the price.
So you spend a lot of time chatting?
I don't know what a lot of time is.
I guess it's relative to.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, probably a couple hours a day,
Yeah.
maybe 3. And most of it's not chatting. Most of it's just trying to find somebody who wants to talk.
Yeah.
And I think
Jim just has to struggle to find anyone willing to give him the time of day because he's probably just not the most interesting person to talk to.
I think that's a major problem too.
What do you generally talk about with Cheyenne or other people?
Just brags about his incredibly awesome band that he used to be in and other awesome things.
Just whatever
Anything.
comes up?
Anything. Music. The weather. Really, it really is I'm trying, I'm really being honest about that. I don't think it's gonna go any further. I mean, you're gonna, this great, wonderful thing, you're gonna find out the answers to the world on chatting, but it's a whole world out there, and, I have some real problems with what's going on right here. Because I think it's an invasion of privacy. Not in terms
It's not privacy when you arrive at their house in person.
of the younger age. I think that somebody else should have stopped that before I got to it.
Well, I'm not a chatter,
Okay.
so if you could educate me a little bit on.
Okay. I'll go ahead.
Well, Catherine, you could start with Jim right here. If you're not a chatter, you got someone that could teach you. You and Jim can have 3-hour-long conversations each night.
You know,
Perfectly.
where would you go to find
in the
somebody
case
to talk
in the
with?
case of the Cheyenne thing, that was done through Yahoo Messenger, who has, if you're 18, you're not allowed here. If you are, if in the sessions, adult, can, adult, Kentucky. And in that regard, that's where I really come off with I think it's not fair for you to come at me. Except for the fact that up front, because of the way you guys do the way you do things, you make sure that you say it's 13, 14, whatever. But that shouldn't be there in the first place.
No, Jim, you shouldn't be doing this in the first place. The cops have to do this to catch guys like you.
If it's going to be if it's going to be something that legally binds Yahoo or Goggle or whoever it happens to be an adult place to go, then if I go there and you even say that you're 13, why are you there in the first place?
Oh my God, he's going back. I use that example in another video where it's like the whole thing. Hey, if you go to a bar and then there's a 12-year-old in the bar, well, they shouldn't be an adult place to begin with. So they're fair game to do whatever you want to because everyone there's supposed to be an adult. It's like sometimes kids or young people get into places they shouldn't be. It's like kids are always trying to use fake ID to buy alcohol and stuff like that. They're trying to sneak into bars. That's a kind of a common thing. I'm sure they go to websites that they not supposed to be part of either. Like kids do that all the time. It's your job as an adult to not prey on them when they do, and to maybe even try to stop them from doing that. So if you do go to a place that's for adults and you see a young person there, you should alert someone, some sort of authority that works in the bar, example, or is on that website, and be like, hey, there's an underage person here that shouldn't be here. You should do something about it. It's not like, oh, they're fair game. I'm going to choose them out of everyone else here to be the one to start speaking with because they're in an adult place. Like that's wrong. What a bullshit excuse.
How did you get through that first level?
It's not hard to lie your way onto a website. Like half of them just say like, "Are you 18?" Like it's not like, well, you should have worked harder to protect them. If you didn't lock your car doors, how can you expect me not to open them and steal your stuff? It's your fault for not trying hard enough. No, it's your fault for not. It's your responsibility to not do the criminal acts to begin with. If they're all 13-year-olds on this website, it's like, well, don't talk to any of them or search through them until you find an adult. It's not like, and even if they're not supposed to be there, you still pick them for some reason. So you don't get off the hook.
I really have a problem with that. You guys have heard this over and over and over.
I'm really interested in knowing how this chat thing works and how you met Cheyenne What
I
type is
don't
there?
have any idea. I could go back to that. I don't know. I don't know what initiated the first conversation with Cheyenne.
I'll tell you what initiated it, Jim. It was you seeing her picture and the fact that she was 13. And that excited you enough and attracted you enough to her to reach out to her and initiate a conversation. That's how it happened.
I don't remember. It could have been 3 weeks ago. It could have been a week ago. I have no idea. But I know that maybe I went through and I looked and I went down my list of people who were adult cams, and I said, "Hey, you interested in talking?" Boom, webcam available, and the name comes up.
So you
Comes
could
up.
tell that they had a webcam?
Yes, you can tell that.
Okay. So that's something that you look for
No,
when you
no,
talk
no,
to
no.
people?
I don't. No, no,
or-
no, no. I don't look for it. I don't
Oh,
look for
okay.
it.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't look for it, Jim. You don't want any underage person potentially sending you video. I'm sure that's not something that went through your head.
I look for somebody to talk to. You know, and
But if they have a webcam, even better.
no, it doesn't really matter. It
Oh.
really doesn't matter. It means that they're probably a prostitute and they're putting their stuff out in the camp.
Uh,
Most likely, it means it doesn't mean a damn thing at all.
So what happens after that? Kind of like her.
Okay, I put up a message out and they respond, and Cheyenne responds.
What happens after that? I'm not tech savvy. So that's-
Okay. So Cheyenne responds. She says, "Hi, how are you?" "Hi."
I'm just glancing at his chat right now, and it says December 16th, 2007. First contact was a webcam invite. So bullshit, he doesn't even care if they have a webcam. That was like his first thing.
"Yeah, what you doing?"
And it was a webcam invite before he even spoke to her. It wasn't like, hey, and they chatted a bit, then you sent it. That was what initiated the contact.
And it goes from there. And then, you know, if they're in the legal system and they're taking care of their little niches that they need to take care of, say, "Well, hey, I'm only 13. "Oh, that's okay. Still want to talk to you. What's going on? How was school today?" And I don't mean that. It sounds so trite. And it doesn't mean, in terms of me, I'm a teacher. I've been a teacher.
Yeah.
Done it. How was your
He's a teacher? Good Lord.
school today? Is not, well, let me get in and fuck you. That's not it. It's understanding that person. And I guess that's what
because they have social needs too,
they
just
have
like
social
you.
needs. Here, okay, and then in what is presented to me from Cheyenne or whoever it is, stupid to say me as one, is here's this girl.
Okay, I'm just, as I'm listening to Jim blabber away here, I'm going over his wiki page. And it has a quote from him. His quote is, apparently he said this when he was frustrated that he couldn't find the house. He says, "The bottom line is I'm going to find where the F you are, and then I'm going to take you to my house and F your brains out." So that's the kind of thing that Jim was thinking and saying, and then here he is trying to pretend like he wasn't going to do anything and it was just an innocent conversation because he wanted connection.
Supposedly girl, who supposedly is going through a divorce, whose parents are separated, not as an opportunity for me as a predator to go after them, but as a person to try and answer questions, and then I
You're
just
helping
go,
them.
except for
Like what are these idiots? Like we've seen this before that they're there to mentor the decoy. Like why would these kids that you don't know that you only just met online, why would they need mentorship from some strange adult that their parents are unaware of? Like no person in their life that actually cares about them is aware this guy exists. Like, people that are involved in your kid's life are usually teachers, people that you know, you're aware of, and you've approved of. Like, it's not just some random guy that you meet online who's going to be giving your kid advice. Like, who are you to give advice to anyone?
For, like I said, this afternoon, which I went way over. And I only went overboard because of the fact that I personally was frustrated. But that's neither here nor there.
So do you see your role as helping them through their life as well as them helping you?
I'm always doing that. That's the person I am.
Sounds like you've done it for many years. I mean, you've helped people,
30, 40 years.
Yeah.
And not on the internet, but yeah.
Well, I'm not saying in your life. In your lifetime, you've helped many people.
To my colleague, it's next door to me. I'm helping her do what she needs to do. I'm not a bad person. I'm really not.
Other than being a sex offender, he's not a bad person. Okay. Yeah, good for you, Jim.
And I didn't hurt her. I hurt whoever this Cheyenne was, which was, and I knew it. I don't know. Maybe in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I knew this was bad. I knew this was bad. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking,
You knew what was bad.
That was a setup. It was all a setup.
Oh, talking with her was a setup?
Yeah. And in that frame, I was hoping that it wasn't. But in the good nature that I am,
He always does that, like, eyes roll back in his head, kind of like he's mocking the whole situation. Like, he just has this, like, whatever attitude. It's kind of annoying.
I really wanted to help.
How are you going to help her tonight?
I don't know.
By effing her brains out, which was your exact quote.
Tonight,
Mm-hmm.
talk with her. Talk with her about this divorce thing with her.
You just said you chat online like 2 to 3 hours a night. You were having extensive conversations with this young woman or this girl, and you were talking to her plenty. At no point did you mention anything like this. Why would you have to travel to meet her to have this conversation? You could have this conversation over chat or the telephone, which you were talking to her on the phone as well.
Parents were going through. I mean, really, that was my gist.
Do you think it could have been more?
No. Got it. Okay. Let me go back to who was talking about lesbian. I went to, like I said, a swingers club last night in Dayton. I walked down.
You walked out of the swingers club, Jim, because not a single person there was interested in having any sort of contact with you or even looking at you or speaking with you. You walked in completely struck out and you left in humiliated shame. That's what happened.
3 women there. That's not what I mean, sexual.
But
He just went there thinking that all these like hot women would just be made available to him, and none of them were interested in him, so he left.
in your chat, you asked if she would have
Well,
sex.
only because I was trying to get that corner into her to let loose and And I don't
Why would she need to quote unquote let loose in order for you to help her? If that was your only intention was just to help her, why do you need to talk about sex to get her to let loose? Like, that doesn't even come close to making sense.
I don't know. Maybe in the wrong. Maybe in the bad sense of things. Maybe that was it. But I don't think it was. I wouldn't have followed through with it.
I think it was more just trying to get a connection with her.
Yeah. I really do. I think she's just.
There are other ways to get a connection with people, Jim. Like, many other ways.
Just doesn't know where she's going. She doesn't know where she's going.
And she's trying to figure life out, and you're trying to help her figure that life out.
At least in my sense of it.
In your mind.
I would have. The last thing I wanted to do was come over here to Campbell County and meet a 13-year-old. Give me a break.
That was the last thing you wanted to do, was it, Jim? Well, it was the only thing you did that night. If it was the last thing you wanted to do, you would have just stayed home. You drove to her house. And not only did you drive to her house, but you apparently got lost along the way, and there was a big frustrating ordeal trying to get you directions to the house. You had to keep calling her, and you were putting a lot of effort into finding the house. If it was something you wouldn't want to do, you would have turned around at the first sign of frustration and just given up on it because it was something you didn't want to do. You really, really, really wanted to do this.
Last night I could have had 2 women. Why would I want to do that?
But tonight,
Last night I could have had 2 women. Anyone could have 2 women any night. Anyone could have 15 women. Those are just random numbers he's coming up with. At no point has he had the opportunity to have 2 women. It's just like, I could have had this if I want. I could go out and nail 5 women in one night if I wanted to. Yeah, like, no, not in your case, Jim. Like, what does that even mean? Like, or he's bragging like, oh, I could have 2 women, so I wouldn't want 1. Is that what he's trying to say? Like, he's just bragging about that. Like, that's not. It's just some. Like, it's like that. It never happened. He just said he turned around and walked out, and I'm sure he didn't walk out because he wanted to. He probably just totally struck out there. Now he's like, I could have anything I want whenever I want, so I wouldn't need in this particular situation. It's like, well, yeah, I don't believe you.
right, you were just trying to help somebody.
I really feel I was trying to do that. And I turned her down twice. If you read those damn emails, I turned her down twice. I'm not coming. I'm scared. I don't want to do it.
No one cares about any of that. The only thing is you eventually came. They only care about the eventual outcome. If you promised you weren't going to shoot someone, and over you promised you weren't going to shoot them, and then you ended up shooting them, no one cares about how many times you didn't do it. They only care about the one time that you did do it, because that was the crime. Who cares about how much you thought about it before? And anyway, that makes it look worse. It makes it look like you knew it was wrong and thought about it and still did it. So shut up.
It's too much for me to do.
Yeah.
And I really felt that way, but I was trying to. She was so certain. Now again, it's that, and this is the part that bothers me, is that provoking to get me to do something.
Yeah, you were provoked, Jim.
Without that provoking, I would have. If she had backed off, if it had been backed off, I would not even thought about it.
This girl, no matter what she talked about in the chat, Jim always turned around and somehow turned the conversation back to sex. He repeatedly brought it up. So even if she was trying to back away from him or whatever, he would have just kept pursuing her until he finally got what he wanted. You can't say that he just somehow didn't want any of this and she just lured him in. Nah, it's not even close to what happened.
Yeah, but she must have really needed you for you
No,
to,
not
for
she.
her to,
Whoever it is. Let's make clear.
right, but what you thought was that she needed you.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? I go back to that in relationship to the police department, the criminal justice. You gotta watch out how far you take that, because there are people who do care about other people, and I'm
You're not one of them, Jim. People that care about other people do not victimize the children of our society. People that care about other people protect the children of our society. Even people that don't care about other people, even asshole criminals who are violent offenders, still mostly protect the children of our society. That's why they beat the shit out of guys like you in prison, because they know that's beyond any sort of moral standing or moral code you should have. Like, you crossed a huge line. Most people, it's instinctual somewhere inside them to protect kids. You would run into buildings to save them from fires. You You would sacrifice your life to protect your children. You would take a bullet for them. Most people have those kind of feelings. That's why when you find out that a kid dies, it's so much more horrible than an adult, because people care for the kids. They don't seek them out to have sex with them. Only sexual predators do that. And you clearly did that because you talked about it, repeatedly told her you were going to do it, and then drove to your house, to her house, and you got caught along the way. So you can't come back and just claim that you're a caring person that only wanted to care about her. Like, there's other ways to do that. You could have brought up some sort of caring or help in the chat. You could have been telling her not to do this kind of thing. He never mentioned any of that. Like, he's lying on every level.
You can write off this thing. Oh, you can take me to court and all that.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're gonna do that.
I wasn't going to hurt that kid.
And I don't think you would.
I wasn't.
And it depends what in his head he means by hurt. Yeah, possibly he wasn't going to punch her or strangle her or, do anything like that. But the act or acts that he intended to do would also hurt her. If not physically, it would hurt her mentally, emotionally, and it would traumatize her. Having this fucking guy as what was probably her very first sexual experience would be a hard thing for a young person to live with. So he can't say he wasn't going to hurt her.
No, there's no question about it.
Jim, I honestly think you were not going to hurt Cheyenne or whoever you thought you were going to meet tonight. Jim, I know you're not going to hurt her. Right?
I know that. No, I wasn't.
I don't think you had any.
I had more intention of hurting myself than I do of hurting her.
But you needed to fill a void.
Did you just say he has more intention of hurting himself than hurting her? Well, maybe you should have hurt yourself a little bit more. Smack yourself in the face a couple times so maybe you don't do this kind of thing.
No. It's not a void. I don't want to make it a void. I got people I talk to some places. Okay.
What a need?
I have a need to help people. Yeah. Maybe that's closer to it than.
Give us an example, Jim. Give us an example where you, more so than every other normal person, really goes out of their way to help people, so much that you identify with as a kind of person that helps people. I want to hear an example of what he did, and not something that people just do in their everyday life, like taking care of your kids and that kind of stuff, the relatives, or helping a friend move, like those kind of things that everyone does. What does he do that makes him such a caring person? I bet you couldn't even come up with one example.
And filling a void, because I do have people who have problems, and I have no problems. But,
relationships are hard, and
Yes,
it sounds like that the connection that you were making with her, she was innocent, you were innocent, you were just trying to help her, and it just got out of hand.
It got out of hand. I agree with you.
Yeah. And it's much easier to talk to a younger person because they're more open and understanding.
Is it? I don't think that's the case. I mean, obviously she's probably not telling the truth. She's just trying to get him to confess. I think it would be harder to talk to a teenager unless they were in your family and you knew them. Like just a strange teenager you meet. What would you talk about? You'd have nothing in common with them. It'd probably just be kind of an awkward conversation. Even a teacher would know the kids and they have something there to talk about, like the schoolwork. But if you're just talking about your daily life and stuff, like what life experience do they have? Like I don't play the same games they do. I don't watch the same things they do. They're probably fans of things I've never even heard of. The things I'm a fan of, they've never heard of. So how is that just going to be like an easy, fun conversation? It would just be such a very simple chat. Like it'd be such a simple conversation that I'd want it over with as quickly as possible. It's not like I'd want it to go on for 3 hours because what the hell are you going to talk about? These guys just act like it's so exciting to talk to a 13-year-old. I just don't think that that's the case.
But see, and again, this is the lesson I think that you need to learn. You're playing a role. or whoever's doing it, is playing the role of something that they're not. And when they play,
Speaking of playing a role that they're not, there's this guy I know named Jim who pretends to be a kind, caring person when he is not.
that role, they've got all this stuff behind them, all this garbage, not garbage, it's not really garbage, it's really experience. Okay, they've got that behind them, and they're manipulating that all the way through it.
Mm-hmm.
And with a person or a good, successful, what are they called, officer, who is doing this, a good officer can remove that a little bit, so they can be innocent to bring that in. But the return on that, which is the problem, is the person from the outside who comes in. They don't see it as that person who has all that control. And therefore, relax, give up.
Does Jim just think he's like a very smart person? He just thinks he's so intelligent that he's so far above these cops. He's just talking to them like he's lecturing like young people or something. Like, I think he gives himself too much credit. I don't think he's that smart. He's just babbling away about bullshit.
Levels of intensity that they might not have.
I think this cop is probably jealous. He's like, damn it, Jim. I'm the one that's supposed to be just talking a whole bunch of nonsense in these interrogations. Now you're stealing my thunder.
If they were talking to an adult. And therefore, because of relaxing that intensity, maybe some things out that need to get out, but also go, in my case, go overboard, and expect that person who's on the other side, who is intelligent enough and has the experience enough to really understand what's going on there, makes a critical judgment instead of an emotional judgment on what's happened to a person like me.
Get to the friggin' point, Jim. You're just babbling. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Sum it up in one sentence so we can get on with this.
I don't know if that makes sense, but do what you have to do. I don't really care. I mean, I really do. It's either gonna crush my life or we're gonna go.
I think
No more swingers club for you for a while, Jim.
by getting it off your shoulders and talking about it, I think at least you're making a step somewhere. I mean,
I'm not trying to get some damn 13-year-old in my bed. That's not it.
No, it's in her bed. That's why you drove to her house.
If I want to get somebody in my bed, I go to the swingers club.
Dude, you just said that you left without doing anything. I mean, he's trying to claim that he changed his mind, but as if he drove all the way to the swingers club. You know, he took a shower, he got prepared, he combed his mustache, he put on some of his nicest clothes and sprayed on some cologne, drove down to the swingers club, and he expects us to believe he just turned around and walked out without doing anything. Like, why would you go all the way there? He's horny, he's looking for something, and then he just turns around without doing anything? Yeah, I don't believe that. So now he's trying to pretend that he just has a ton of options available to him at this swingers club.
I go to the people I date, which there are 3 or 4 that I normally date, and I can do that.
Exactly, you can do that. If he's telling the truth that he has like 3 or 4 women that he's juggling around, which I'm hesitant to believe is true, any one of them is someone that you can not only chat with, but also meet for sex. So why not choose them instead of this 13-year-old?
I'm not a predator. I'm not that in that ballgame. I don't like even young women. There's a little problem with that. I'm sorry. It's like young little guys. I'm not. I can't put them over there.
That's not your thing.
It really isn't.
That's not your thing.
But it's not. But beyond not my thing. It's I don't. There are people out there who do, and that's not me.
Yeah, I know. We watch them a lot in these videos, and it's funny that you are a well-known entity in these videos, so you can't say you're not a predator.
And
I'm really serious.
you know, Jim, if I thought that was you, I wouldn't waste my time here with you, because if I felt that way, I'd say, you know what, Jim's
Yeah,
like
right.
that, throw you away, and out the
Okay.
door I go.
Okay, let me give you another indication. I taught music for 31 years.
Oh, great! Now we get to hear him brag about his music career.
I have never been arrested in that 31 years for any kind of child molestation or anything like that. And the 31 years,
Well, notice that he didn't say he didn't do it in the 31 years. He said I wasn't arrested in the 31 years. So he could theoretically have done it thousands of times and just never been arrested for it. It doesn't mean he didn't do it.
I've seen many kids go through my system, and through the systems that I work. It's the wrong ballgame. I mean, it's not me.
Okay. So when you were online chatting, and you felt that you felt like you were talking to somebody who possibly did understand and probably had some experiences, you felt like you could let go, right?
You know, it's funny to put it in perspective. Over the last couple weeks in which China's been involved, I did not feel that way until tonight. And I don't know what made that difference. I have no idea what made that difference, but I felt like maybe it's a movement on the part of the people whoever did it to kind of motivate me to go that direction. No, I really was very cautious of not letting any information out, not even my emotions until tonight.
Tonight you felt, you know, that you could be.
I guess I was
be
like
free.
I was just looked down. I was tired of playing games and doing things and just backed off and just, okay, you want to talk, you want to get together, here's my phone number, give me a call, I'll do it. I mean, really, that's
And you let your guard down.
I let my guard
You let
down.
your guard down.
I let my guard down only because of the fact that I had my guard up for weeks.
Yeah.
And
Why was your guard up for weeks?
only and through that guard that I had, I thought maybe she needed some help. Maybe she needed to talk to somebody. Maybe she was moving in a direction that I could help her in some way.
I don't get what he's talking about. So he's saying he had his guard up for the first few weeks of this chat with this girl. And it was after the guard came down that he started realizing that maybe she needed help. Is that what he's saying? And that's why he drove over to her house on that day. But he also said earlier that it was on that last day when he started talking sexually to her. So if he started realizing that maybe she needed help and he was a caring person, why would he pick that time to start talking about sex with her? I don't understand what he's saying. I don't think he understands what he's saying. Maybe what could have happened is that it wasn't so much of a guard, it was more of a, he knew it was wrong, he knew he could be caught, so he had that, quote, guard up, and then once that kind of slipped away because he was drunk or whatever reason, all of a sudden he was willing to do predatory things. Like, maybe that's the case. I think he's just full of shit.
Really, that's the honest answer.
And what did you want to talk to her about? I mean regards to
I wanted to open up those channels. I don't know where she was in that regard. I wanted to open it up so she could talk to me. And she in the past she was guarded too.
And she,
Or
you got, I mean, you talked about a lot of things. You said you talked about, you know, different things. You know, how was it you guys talk about I know you said you let your guard down
Mm-hmm.
and you're feeling lonely. How many times did you guys talk about sexual things?
Nothing up until tonight
Okay, nothing.
that I'm aware of.
Are you aware?
I'm like pretty sure, yeah, that the sex stuff started right away.
I don't remember anything, the connotation of the, and if it was like really off the wall.
Off the wall.
Yeah, it wasn't like as straightforward as was.
So what do you consider straight, kind of off the wall? Just something that you remember to talk
I
about?
don't remember specifically.
You guys?
Okay, here I just looked up the beginning of his chat log again. So the chat started, it looks like 7:25 p.m. and then at 7:30 p.m., which is 5 minutes later, she asked age, sex, location. He says male, 50s, horny. So the fact that he said he was horny, maybe he doesn't consider that sex talk, but that pretty much shows the direction he wants this chat to go in. And that was like, basically it started with he sent her a webcam invite. That's how he started the conversation. Then she says, "Do I know you?" And he says, "Do you want to?" And she says, "I don't know, age, sex, location." He says, "Males, 50s, horny." So that was like the third thing he said. So yeah, he can't claim that it was an innocent conversation, that it wasn't until the last day he brought up sex. Like, he's lying.
I mean, you just off the wall things, maybe about giving a blowjob or anything like that, or
Or talking about what kind of relationship do you have? What she have with her boyfriend?
Oh, here, I'm not going to pause this too much to read this chat that I'm looking at here. This is right after they met. This is 7:33, which is like 8 minutes after this chat started. He says, "Would you like to suck on this?" So probably he was sending her some sort of picture or video or something. And he says, "Would you like to suck on this?" And even the, the perverted justice people, they always do those annoying little, the blue commentary on it. And they say, "Well, that didn't take long." So yeah, it took him all of 5 minutes to say he was horny and 8 minutes to ask her to suck on this. That was immediately, and this is like a fairly long conversation they had over days. So what the hell is he trying to just say that it was only on the last day? Like, that was the only reason he reached out to her, and it was like all sex talk.
did you guys go deeper than that?
He ever touch you?
Yeah.
About that? That's about the extent of it. That's about the bottom of it.
I mean, did she ever talk to you about going deeper than that? I mean, any?
Not until tonight.
Okay.
And I'm not sure she really went that far with me as much as I went with her, which is my problem.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What did you guys talk about tonight? That just kind of seemed like everything.
I don't know what it was about tonight. I don't know what provoked that. Maybe it's just a commonality or just a talking over.
Yeah, the commonality, just all the things that you have in common with this 13-year-old girl.
Period of time, which is probably a lot of it.
Kind of culminated over a couple
No,
of weeks.
it wasn't a culmination. It was more. It was more of a just a relaxed nature between two people. Like I said,
Do you really think, Jim, that she was relaxed talking to some 50-something old predator who's saying disgusting things to her? Do you think that this was just like a casual, relaxed thing where she felt comfortable with you? Like, are you that delusional?
it wasn't a culmination of things. It was more of a relaxed nature of understanding each other.
So you felt like you were on the same page.
Yeah, that we could talk about something.
And you were open. You guys were open.
I agree with that. I think for some reason it became more open tonight than ever before. And
Why? Why would you become more open tonight than you ever have been before? Like, you're in your 50s, just having a chat with a virtual stranger online, someone you barely know, you've never met in person, and you've just felt more open than ever before. I'm sure the liquor had something to do with it, but I'm sure it's not the first time you got drunk, so, like, what the hell's he talking about?
exploded. But again, I jump on you guys for that. I jump on you for that because that what I needed, whether it was Cheyenne or Joe Blow, I needed somebody to talk to, and instead of somebody to talk to, I ended up with investigations.
Well,
I understand. I don't criticize you for it. Don't understand. Don't misunderstand.
I understand.
It's a real social, and it's a real social problem. I don't know how often do you do this every night?
No, this is the first time they've ever caught a sexual predator. Like, yeah, it's probably their full-time job is catching bastards like you.
No.
This is Jim. You know, like I said before, we're just trying to get at what happened tonight and what's been happening. And, you know, I understand that you've had a rough time. You've needed to talk to somebody.
Yes.
You could have went out with 2 women or 3 women the other night.
15. I mean,
Right,
the other night,
yeah.
2 nights, okay.
Wow, Jim's such a stud.
Talking to Cheyenne made you feel good. Kind of let you.
It solved a problem, but it didn't solve a problem in terms of I didn't do anything except for talk.
Yeah. And and then tonight was just a culmination of, you know, you felt like, you know, hey, maybe I need to see her. Maybe she can I can open up to her.
And that is really essentially it. You know, would it come to some sexual thing? I'm not going to say it wouldn't, but I'm in the other side of me, which it wouldn't have. It wouldn't have. I can't believe your phone's ringing.
I was complaining about that in the Timothy Kine video. I guess Jim here is also annoyed when you're trying to talk and the phone starts ringing.
It would not have. It would never reach that point because of the person I am, and because I would never take an advantage of her. If you go back on those and you'll see it, how many times I asked her, "Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure?"
But it doesn't matter. Like, she's underage. She's 13. It doesn't matter how sure she is. Like, this should never come up, like, at all. It's not like under certain circumstances or anything like that. The law is pretty clear. It's just like, it's no. Like, that's why it's called statutory rape. Like, you're just not allowed to do it ever. Like, they can't consent. They're just too young. So you can't, it's not like if they're mature enough, or it's just like, no, just don't do it.
And the reason why is because I didn't want to hurt her. I didn't want to. She was young, supposedly. She was young, and I did not want to do that. I really, this young thing.
I don't think Jim, you did not. I know you didn't want to hurt her.
No.
And you went there tonight to see her, to help her out, you know, and things could have, you know, but you would. I don't think if anything would have happened. And I'm talking anything.
Okay.
You would have never hurt her. Jim, I know that.
No, I wouldn't.
You would.
That's not me.
That's not you. But you know, you know, you were there for her. You were going to try to be there for her, and you came here for that reason, to be there for her tonight.
And let's be realistic about that too.
Yeah.
I came here to be for her, possibly sexually too.
Yeah.
And I
Why is he admitting to this? Does he not realize that it's bad to admit to this?
but I don't know if I could have ever done that. I don't think I could ever. I mean, I'm serious. I told you this, went to the swingers club. So I've been dating. I have gone there twice, and
Yeah.
I've walked away because, no, that's not what I want. I want to go to some place and meet somebody who really, really needs what I am, not my
You-
dick. You know?
He wants you for you. Wants Jim.
Yeah, and I'll do a hell of a lot for that. We can go into personal
Yeah.
details on that, but there are people. There are people in my life who would do anything for me to just give up everything I have and just go with them. But I won't do it.
Did I hear that correctly? He's bragging that he has so many people in his life that are just so in love with them, and he won't do it. If I heard that correctly, it surprises me because I don't think Jim is quite the catch that he thinks he is.
And there are other people on the inside who need every bit of me, and I can't give them that because I got this other person who really needs me, who won't say the thing.
And tonight.
Sound-
Go ahead.
Sounds like there's a lot of relationship issues going on
Oh,
for
absolutely.
you right now.
Oh, absolutely. I have no question about it.
Yeah.
I can be specific about it. You want specifics, or you want to talk about legalities? I have a girlfriend who won't get married, who doesn't want to see me, except for on the weekends when she wants to get fucked. Okay. I have another woman who would love for me to just move in with her. I can't move in with her because she's not going anywhere. She's just not. I want this one to come around, and she never will.
I wonder, I wonder how much truth there is to what he's saying. Could all be a lie, but at the very least, it's massive exaggeration.
So what I do, juggle phone calls on those two. Then we add in the other emotions.
He probably has a bunch of women that he's always chatting with online, and they're all kind of annoyed by him. But some of them, like the older ones, they put up with him just to humor him, just because he keeps messaging them. But I doubt that he's just as popular as he thinks.
Okay, so I can't satisfy any one of the two. I know you. I can see you're gone on this. You have no clue what I'm talking about. But this is all going on.
But these are your feelings.
Yeah.
These are your feelings.
Well, no, they're beyond my feelings. So they're people who affect my feelings, and they're people who I can get down on my knees and say, stop this shit.
And then
And they you know, so eventually I'll die, and everybody else will go on.
and tonight.
It's just, as I said, I don't care. I don't want to be involved in a whole bunch of legal shit. I've been there before, not major, but
Yeah.
you know, I know what it's like. I know what this shit is like. And
But you wouldn't be there for her tonight.
I wanted to help somebody out. I
And
wanted somebody. Her mother was not around. Her father was not around, and she didn't know what to do.
And she had
I did.
emotional feelings, sexual feelings.
Mm-hmm.
She had a multitude of feelings.
Right. And I could answer some of those by my dialogue, obviously.
She was not in any way in that chat asking you for help or opening up to you about her problems. She might have mentioned basically things about her parents getting divorced or something like that, just to add a bit to her character, but she wasn't seeking any sort of guidance from you. That was all in your own mind, and you weren't even really giving her any guidance. You were just talking about blatantly sexual things.
And it backfired.
You know, but right now, we're talking about it, and that's the main point. I mean, you could come in there and say that, you know,
I still feel sabotaged.
Oh, do you, Jim? Do you feel sabotaged? We'll pour you.
I'm not trying to sabotage you.
But I feel sabotaged.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that I'm not out there fucking the 13-year-olds and
Well, of course not, because you got arrested first. You wanted to, though.
I'm drunk and taking them up to hotels, and as we obviously know from the news today. I'm not doing that, and I don't have a desire to do that.
But you felt a connection tonight.
I
Tonight
felt
was,
she needed,
and she needed you, and you,
and I needed her in some sense. I
and
needed to be able to.
I wonder in what sense Jim needed the 13-year-old.
let yourself go.
No. I needed.
To
There's
help her.
a needy thing.
To help her.
I needed to fulfill a need of somebody, and I've always done it all my life. We go back to history with my school,
Yeah.
and it's always that, trying to find some way to help some kids. And I really felt that need. I'm not, it's not bullshit. It's just the way I feel.
No, it's bullshit.
Bullshit. I mean, if that's the way you feel, I mean, I don't think that's bullshit.
Well, I know, but on the outside of it, people look at it. They don't see it.
But you have feelings. I mean, you'd be inhuman if you didn't have feelings. And tonight was about feelings. Tonight was about feelings, and tonight was about.
If you're wondering what kind of feeling tonight was about, keep in mind that Jim's first words spoken to this girl were male 50s horny. So yeah, that kind of clears that up.
About you trying to help someone who you thought you needed.
Help them is the key word there.
Yeah.
And
And you
to-
wanted to share.
I wanted to
With
be.
them.
I wanted to be able after the discussion of the we talked about if it's sexual or whatever it happens to be. I wanted to share that this is how I would see it.
Like, why is he admitting that it might be sexual? Like that's basically just incriminating himself. That's horrible. Why is he admitting to it? He's an idiot.
What do you need? Where do we go from there? How does my role change with you? Enough labor. Do what you have to do.
You know, Jim, you've said several times that, you feel sabotaged.
Mm-hmm.
We're not here to make life harder for you. I mean, you're in the situation that you're in, and right now we have an opportunity to talk through things and maybe get you in a better situation so that you don't feel sabotaged.
Okay, in that relationship, in that perspective, how do I deal? I'm going to be online, unless you guys chop up my arms and take my job away. And deal with that when I see somebody who does have a need. I don't mean searching out. I'm not talking. I'm somebody. That's a whole other thing. I never have gone to somebody on the internet who hasn't responded to me.
Oh, shut up, Jim. That's a friggin' lie. This just guy, if he's on the internet all the time just trying to get hookups and get sex, like whether it's underage or not, you're telling me that every single person has been so interested that they've responded to him? That's impossible. I've been on dating apps before. I met my girlfriend on a dating app. And sometimes you reach out to someone and they just don't respond to you. for any reason. Sometimes they just don't like you, or it could be, maybe they don't check their account ever again. There's other reasons. Jim would be the only person in the world that has never had someone they've attempted to communicate with not respond. Like, I've reached out, for jobs, sent out resumes, and sometimes people just don't respond to you. Like, that's just part of life. Like, just telling me that Jim is just so popular that, like, that he's never had anyone not respond, like, that's not true.
However that plays a perspective in how you deal with the job that you do. For me, once they respond to me, then I have not an obligation. I need to. Do I need to answer them, or do I shut it off? And that is really hard for me.
Yeah.
That is really hard. When somebody said hi, after I said hi to them, I mean, just that simple. If I don't respond to them, it says, oh, well, he doesn't care. It's like the 37,000 other people that don't care, And I have a real problem with that, because if somebody responds to me, I always respond to them. Okay, I'm sorry. What do we need to do here?
If you could talk more about
If you could just confess a little bit more, just to make sure we have everything we need.
the information that you exchanged with Cheyenne as far as pictures or
I never.
chat.
I did have my webcam, and my webcam has been both visual, as obviously seeing me, facially, genitalia.
Genitalia.
Yeah.
How many times would you say?
I would say maybe one or two times that she has accepted to see me.
What does that mean? I think he was about to say that she asked for, and then he realized that was complete bullshit. So he's like, that she accepted. Yeah, anyone who's ever been sent a dick pic technically accepted it. It may not be it might be against their will. Doesn't mean they liked it. You just sent it, and she was forced to look at it. So you can't say that she accepted it. Like, shut up.
And that was on Yahoo.
It was on Yahoo, and it was her. I never forced it on her. She always asked to have it exception.
She never asked to have it. You offered and you sent it. And even if a 13-year-old does ask for it, you say no.
Have to accept it, but not. It's not always been genitalia, but it.
Face, genitalia. So there's
Yeah.
multitude.
And what part of wanting to help this young girl, about being such a caring person and you want to help her, what role did the sending pictures of your dick play? How would that help her?
Yeah, but that's only, and again, only because of the fact that that's the way I was at that point. Not that I was. No, okay. Cheyenne is going to be on, so let's put it on my dick. No, it was never that. It was there.
Who cares what it was or what you were thinking or what the reason was? The thing is, you did it more than once. So who cares what it was like? You just did it.
Click on webcams available. She accepted it or not accepted it. In most cases, and she didn't always accept it either.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, was this in response to the conversation you were
No,
having?
there was
or?
no. There was usually no conversation in relationship to that. No conversation. Nothing. Is this an adult cam? No, you can get them out. It's cam is available. If you want, you can say it. If you don't.
When you sent that,
But that's again. But in relationship to other people other than Cheyenne, that was common practice for me.
what did you hope when?
If somebody wanted to look at it, they could look at it, decline, look at it, stop, go on, do their own.
So,
That was my,
Yeah.
and that was my. That was what I expected them to do. If they didn't want to see it, they didn't do it.
Also, he's trying to say that they had the option to see it or not. While she wasn't clicking accept because she wanted to see it, it was to get that evidence against you to arrest you because you should not have been sending pictures of your dick to a 13-year-old.
If they did see it and they didn't want to look at it, they could click on.
And what the hell kind of reasoning is that? That I'm just going to send out pictures of my dick to everyone I meet and it's up to them whether or not they want it. What kind of person does that? And he's talking to an underage person. If you do that to begin with, which is strange enough, you should make an exception when you're talking to a child, and you should not just send them that. You don't send them a picture of your dick and tell them, and then just rationalize it that they have the option to see it or not. There's no reason that you should do that.
So you sent it as something as if she wanted to view it, she could view it. If she didn't, she didn't want to view it.
Exactly. And I would have done that I would have done that beyond Cheyenne. Way, all of any other people that I had any contact with.
Anyone else you had contact with? So you're telling me that you sent pictures of your dick to your bosses at work and then just left it up to them whether or not they wanted to look at it? You're a strange man, Jim.
I mean, when you go through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, and you get a response, and you put on my webcam is available. That's it, and then you get that choice.
so when you said that there were webcam shots of your genitalia,
Mm-hmm.
what was going on? Was there masturbation involved?
Not in all cases, no. Just there.
Just,
There was masturbation in places of people who did have a connection with me. Okay, in other words, people who stayed with me and been long. Short term, no.
what about with
What about
Cheyenne?
No, I don't think so. And that may be just I don't remember, but I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think it was more like, here's a guy's thing, More that was more of it.
More of an education for her.
I think so. She was at least whoever she is. Go back.
Why would you need to educate her in that way? If they really wanted to, you could find all sorts of sick pictures on the internet. They don't need this specific 50-year-old man to send pictures of his genitals to teach this girl something that she can't learn elsewhere. It's not your job to teach her anything like that. It's your job to not even speak to them like that. Like, what a sick bastard.
To that.
Yeah.
It was more of a
Exploratory.
This is what a guy looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, your boyfriend looks like. You ever touched that? Your boyfriend? Oh yeah, I touched him once.
He's talking about this like it's like, that was just something I was doing. This is normal, no big deal. This is not normal. Normal people don't do this.
Nothing more than that.
Nothing
for
more
her.
than
That I remember.
I remember. Okay. And you said you only did that like one or two times? You said you sent something out or?
Probably one or two times. No more than that.
And then tonight,
One or two times is one or two too much.
you said you were going to be for her in various issues, because her son with her parents and
She said her mother was working at the hospital and that she was free and I connected and
you
I gave her my phone number,
gave her your phone number.
which was a big step for me.
Yeah, well, for
Well, big step for me because number one, I didn't know I didn't even know where she lived,
yeah.
and then we followed through with that fiasco. Been driving all over.
Driving.
and
How'd you find her? How'd you find her place there?
Luckily,
Did you get like a MapQuest or?
I had originally had a map, but when you I spent an hour looking for directions with Tara.
Yeah, apparently it was quite the struggle. I'm not sure if those phone calls are recorded anywhere, but apparently it was a frustrating experience for him and the police and Chris Hansen trying to, or I guess Chris Hansen wasn't there, but the police trying to get him to show up.
Or whoever it is, they're crazy.
They were terrible.
Yeah, they were.
So did you have to call her back, or?
She called me, and then obviously that was.
And that's where you kind of asked where is this?
Oh, where
at?
am I going? What am I doing?
Was it a cell phone?
I'm not sure.
Or your
I had a
home
cell
phone?
phone. I had a cell phone.
So she was calling you on your cell phone?
Or whoever it was.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you ever called her on your cell phone or anything
No.
like that?
No, never. Not till night.
Okay. And tonight, I know a lot of things. You wanted to express certain things. You wanted to. I'm trying to express your feelings, Jim.
Okay,
I'm trying to express your feelings, and because I want to get it right. I don't want to say something that's not right.
Okay.
But tonight, you know, you wanted to see how she was emotionally, sexually. Does that what kind of when the condoms come into play?
Were the what?
Condoms she had on you?
I wanted to put them in my pocket, which I did last night also.
Yeah.
That maybe that should be noted.
Yeah.
I put the condoms in my pocket tonight.
Yeah.
If there's something.
So we had condoms on him too. Like this guy, he's trying to deny everything, while he's admitting to absolutely everything. This is like the worst interrogation suspect ever. Like I think he doesn't realize that what he's admitting to is very incriminating. He even says like, yeah, he might have come over there maybe for something sexual. Like he says that like that's going to get him out of trouble. Like that's the thing you're arrested for. You just admitted to it. This guy's an idiot.
Culminated that it went that direction. At least
You
had
want to
some
feel you want to be
protection.
safe?
Okay, the same reason why I had them in my pocket last night, in case of when I went to the swingers club, I would have them in that case.
And you protect yourself.
Oh, you didn't need them in the swingers club, did you? Because you got rejected.
No, yeah. Number one, I protect myself. Number two, I protect the person who's involved.
Just like I said, you care about people. I can understand that you would want, like I said, you didn't want to hurt nobody.
Exactly. That's
And,
exactly it.
and that's, and tonight went in that direction. You were at least been prepared.
I was prepared if it came to that point.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to do it, but I came prepared in case I did it.
Which, did I really expect it to be there? No.
Did you want it to be there?
Oh yeah, I'd love to be. Only in the sense that I'm frustrated as hell. I went up to the swingers club, nobody there. No, I can go down the list.
Up and down, up and down.
I can go down the list. It's been 2 weeks since I've had a, and yeah, I'm frustrated as hell. But expectations of it being there, not any more than anything else. Really. And it really is an aggressive nature on my part. You know.
But you have feelings. I mean.
Well, but what I'm thinking of is, okay, I'm gonna go over and meet her. So what happened? Whatever happens, okay, it's fine. And then I'm thinking about, okay, well, I'm gonna stop over at Rhino's over after it's over with. Maybe there's, Rhino's. Rhino's is over. It's a bar over in Eastgate.
Oh, now he's going into the other excuse I've brought up a few times before where they try to pretend like this wasn't their main goal and destination for the night. He was going to go to this bar, Rhino's later. There's a bar there. That's what he was really going to do. So this is no big deal. This is just a stop on the way. Just trying to diminish the impact of what they're doing here.
Rhino's is over. It's a bar over in Eastgate. And okay, so if you know, if this like that doesn't happen or whatever, I'm ready.
It's like he's trying to imply that he's somehow going to look better if he can prove that this wasn't that big of a deal. This wasn't the only thing he had planned that night. This was like, whatever. If it worked out, if it didn't, he was going to go to this bar anyway. So, this was just like not a big thing. It's like, it doesn't matter if you thought it was a big deal or not. It matters whether or not it was illegal to do.
Ready? That's exactly where it was.
And things would have went. Say things would have went differently tonight, and we were not here. Do you think you could have had a relationship with Cheyenne? Do you think there was enough of a connection there that you could have a relationship with her?
I think it's too early.
But you did feel connected. You did feel connected to her.
I felt connected to her, but but it was too fast.
Too fast.
And like, are these guys just dumb? Like, what connection do you have? This is a freaking decoy. Like, this is someone whose only purpose was to catch you doing this illegal thing. So they weren't really giving you a lot to work with. Like, how boring are the people in this guy's life where this decoy above everyone seemed like he had some sort of connection with her. These guys, they think they have a connection, but it's not. It's just like they want to have sex, so they just imagine it's a connection. They'll always say things like, "Oh, she was so interesting. She seemed very mature." It's like they're not interesting. They don't even really say a lot. Like, you do most of the talking, and they just kind of roll with it. So, like, what kind of connection did you have?
It probably would have been one of those things where we sat down, have the iced tea, and I went home. And that's what's so bad about this. 'Cause
That's what's so bad about this? No, Jim.
that's where I was. You know, maybe she wasn't the same same area, but or whoever it is. But for me, I really was not trying to. It's not this predator trying to.
And
Jim,
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
we've done went over that.
Okay, but the point is, you still think that there's some sense of that.
But Jim, if you made a mistake, I can handle. You made a mistake tonight.
I did not contrive this girl into having sex with me. What I did was I tried to meet with her,
to help her out.
to help her out in what she needs to do. She's going through some stuff with it, if that's really
And
true. And then I still go on with my life.
And that's different.
And just a little interesting tidbit here. I was reading on his wiki page for people who don't know. Apparently his dad had him when he was really young, because it says that his father was murdered by a gunshot when he was 18 years old, when a man caught Jim's dad peeping on his wife. So Jim's dad apparently had him when he was like 18 or under. And then Jim's dad was a sexual predator himself who was peeping on women through their windows, and some guy caught him and shot him and killed him. So I guess maybe it runs in the family.
From a predator.
Yeah. Well, I hope so.
Who
God,
takes,
I hope so.
You know, Jim, I see the difference. Okay.
Okay.
And I see.
I hope so, because I certainly.
there's a
not there.
clear distinction there.
Okay. Well, I just I don't want that clapped on top of me. I've spent many years not keeping away from it, but being aware that it's out there, and just being careful.
Yeah.
And then to fall on this is like.
Well, you've not had any issues before.
No, not at all. Not at all. But the thing is, music teacher, elementary school, there's magnitudes of shit out there for that. And things like this, if this had ever happened to me, I would be fired from West Claremont immediately. Because of the fact that there is that stigma. And because of the fact
And there's a stigma because guys like you do this kind of thing.
that, you know, I'm since retired, so that it doesn't matter anymore. But you should know that. You should know that those qualifications that come along with that territory, and it's not just music teachers, it's the other teachers as well. Any male teachers in the elementary grade.
And like I said, I don't consider you in that category. And
Okay.
while I'm here, is there anything? I don't think they expect I would find anything, but is there anything in your vehicle that I should know about? Anything?
I don't think so.
Would you mind if any of the officers would look through to
Oh,
see?
I've no absolutely not at all.
Okay, so you don't mind if they look through your vehicle? to see
If they fill up my tires with air.
Well, I don't. I will ask them.
I'm sorry,
I will ask them, but I don't know.
Like, why is he joking around? Like, does he think he's like friends with these people? Like, he just thinks they're buddies, and he's just joking around with them. Like, does he not understand the gravity of the situation, or he thinks that if he can make them laugh and if he can make them like him, that he's less likely to be in trouble?
Know what you'll get.
The reason I say that is because my light came on.
Oh.
So my air pressure is
Well,
down.
I will.
No,
I'll let them know.
there is not a damn thing in that car.
But you don't mind them taking
So
a
you don't
look?
mind them
absolutely not,
searching?
not at
You
all.
want me to go get those forms?
Yeah,
For you?
if
I
you
don't do
okay.
drugs. I don't do that kind of thing. I do drink, but
Yeah, Jim would never do anything wrong like drugs.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
okay.
Hand me my paper and pen there if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is just interesting how it's not the first predator we've seen. There's quite a few that they bring up, like, I don't do drugs or anything. I don't have drugs. It's like they're willing to do this kind of thing, but drugs is a big no-no to them. It's like they somehow maybe their priorities are off.
Okay. You know, I've had my drinks and I've done that share of that shit. I was a professional musician for years and years. Never did drugs.
Never did drugs or anything?
About the only time I ever, well, I had one experience. I'll share.
What?
Okay, I'll share. It was with my ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
We were, I guess we were like, oh, I don't know, 3 or 4 years married. We had a 30-year marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, well, we want to try that pot shit. Okay, so I made arrangements to get this pot from somebody. I don't remember who it was. And we had rolled these little cigarettes and stuff. And didn't feel fine.
Why are you telling this story, Jim? This is not helping you at all. This is just kind of wasting time.
Right? She took a one draw of this, and she got deathly sick. I mean, deathly sick. I'm telling you, at the end of the whole evening, I had called the doctor, and I had taken her to the hospital.
So you had a whole night of just her idea.
Oh God! It was,
Oh.
That's one of the only 2 times. The other time was
You should be like, all right, just because of that story, Jim, we're adding a drug possession charge to you. Just to throw it in his face.
I was playing a New Year's Eve job in Ashland, Kentucky, and the snow was really bad, and I had help move some equipment and stuff, and I pulled it back, and they took me to the hospital, and they gave me a damn shot of morphine at that time in Ashland. I couldn't sit up at the piano. I swear to God, I couldn't play. I couldn't play with shit. They'd hired me for like $100 for that night, and I could just that's my drug thing. I drink vodka. I drink a lot of different.
We don't care about any of that stuff, Jim. I don't think the police do either. They're mainly asking you for things related to this crime. All they asked was, is there anything like illegal we're going to find in your car? And then you launch into this stupid story.
Things, but probably a couple drinks a night.
Just a couple drinks tonight.
Yeah.
You said tonight. You said you just had a couple drinks.
Oh, yeah.
A couple vodka tonics, I think you said. Or...
And that's what I usually do. I usually come home, take a couple drinks, and just relax, and that does me.
Can I get home just
And then chat online with underage people.
kind of relax a little bit?
And I do at home. I do, and until I get a phone call that says, "Hey, you want to come over?" I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jim, we're just talking here, and that's the main thing. You know,
I really have not done anything wrong here, except for follow up on something that somebody else has provoked me to. And
Oh, shut up, Jim. It was all you. Someone else provoked you. You started the whole thing. It was all on you.
And you like we talked about. You just
I just cut it off.
you have a thing. You felt a connection. You felt a need to help her.
Well, but the
and
thing
she was
is,
gonna help you.
it isn't a real person. So what I do is I cut it off, which is like my operandi anyway. Which is I cut people off from really knowing me, which is probably more detrimental than.
How often do you do that? Just every so often, or anytime you get close to somebody? Or?
I have somebody that's really close to me right now, but she just, if she would come close to me, it would be might be in euphoria.
Yeah.
There are other people that I was dating a couple on
Like, is he trying to say, like, his argument is, like, he has other options available that he could have if he wanted, so he doesn't need this 13-year-old girl? But, like, we've had guys on here who are married, who are engaged in all sorts of relationships who still do this. So just because you have another romantic partner in your life doesn't mean you would never do this. It seems like if you're bad enough to do this, you would just cheat on whoever because you're a despicable person.
I don't know, 5 people maybe, one person up in Wilmington, one person in Dayton, all online, and all legitimate and all real people. And I said, well,
How do you know they're all legitimate if they're only online? I mean, you could could be getting catfished like Lauren for all you know.
the real person I want to be with is right here. And so I sent these emails to these other ones and said, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to stop seeing you because I really want to see this one person. And then she doesn't understand. That's hard. That's hard.
It is hard.
Mainly because I know that she's the right person.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of been married. I was married for 30 years and knew it was the wrong person.
Yeah.
Speak up, Jim. Jesus.
And I've known this person for probably 10 to 15 years.
Somebody you work with, or
No, actually not. It's somebody who I have had acquaintance with, and she's divorced, and everything's fine. She's got older kids. I have older kids, and she just is so scared of. Come on in. You're the same person that left.
Yeah. Can I have that chat for a minute?
yeah.
I'm gonna run a copy of it, so we'll have it
Didn't even realize she'd left.
somewhere to look at.
Okay.
Actually, the person I'm talking about is, and again, this is, you can take it for whatever. So she's actually a social worker.
Hey, can I have the folder for a minute?
Give it nice-
Sorry, I'm
No,
sorry
that's
to
all
interrupt
right.
you
Don't
guys.
do
I know
anything.
you're
Do what
y'all
you
are
have to do.
chatting, and
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All right.
She's actually a social worker. She does with sexual abuse, and she does exactly what you guys are doing, except for on a medical aspect of it instead of a legal.
Okay. This
Yeah.
kind of helps people out too. See.
Basically, she's now a supervisor. She's working for a job in over in Ohio. All the ones with the Marcus White Feichels.
Visel.
Yeah, job in I can't remember the agency. It's part of the state of Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anyway, so she's working with them. She's working as a supervisor. She works with basically physical abuse. She used to work with sexual abuse.
Okay.
God, day in and day out.
Damn, that's hard.
Oh God, it's horrible. I mean, I would see her 2-3 times a week, and every time she'd come with another story of somebody that's been doing something.
Like, are you kidding me? He's trying to make it look like he was sad over his girlfriend telling him because she was a social worker that dealt with sexual abuse cases, and he was sad over these horrible stories. Like, you're doing that exact same thing, or at least you were attempting to. Like, what a scumbag. Like, he's just trying to, like, oh, yeah, all those other guys that do those horrible things with underage people. Like, you were caught doing literally that. You even admitted it. You admitted you thought she was 13 and you were going over there and sex was a possibility. like you are just as bad as all of those stories you heard.
Crap. But now she's involved. She's a supervisor, but she's a supervisor over this physical abuse. I don't know if it's any worse or better. I mean, she's got 3 times a week. She's got some kid who's been killed by their parents.
It's overwhelming.
Oh, it is. It really is. It really is. And I sympathize with that. But that goes along with my feelings here too, because I respect what she does, and I kind of like. I just wish you'd reach a point where you were happy with dealing with that and can go to sleep at night knowing that you've done the right decision.
Yeah.
But it's hard. It's very hard. And the divorce was hard between her and her husband, her ex-husband. My divorce wasn't as well. I say that. 2 weeks ago was the first time that my ex-wife and I, after 4 years, were able to sit in the same room.
Really?
Yeah.
That bad?
Yeah.
Really, you mean someone doesn't want to sit in the same room with Jim Rauch? What a shock.
And it wasn't me. It was her. She just couldn't. She couldn't do it.
Yeah, I believe him there.
And then they add this onto it. God. Let's add it up on the.
What you got? What made you guys separate or leave each other?
Well, to be perfectly honest, the woman I was talking about she wasn't totally committed to me, but I had a relationship with her, and her husband was a judge. Maybe go there, and he has made it absolutely miserable for her to move on to anything, and. I don't know. We connected. Actually, connected at church. I was an organist, and she was a piano player for one of the groups, and we grew, and I knew her kids. It was really healthy. It was really healthy, except for the fact that he didn't want it to happen, and he didn't know what to do when he lost. He lost his control.
Lost his control.
And but the thing is, I've been over the years trying to recoup that, and she's gotten her independence to the point where there's not a control issue anymore. It is, but it's a control issue on her part. I could care less. Come on, I love you. It's
he's just going off on these rambling, stupid tangents that just don't mean anything. Like, what is he talking about? He just thinks if he just keeps talking and explaining more about his life, that it'll, like, take the focus off the crime he committed this very day, and that the police would sympathize with him, and he'll somehow get away with it.
we could have a great life together. I want my independence. It's okay. I can deal with it.
It sounds like you made peace with it.
I've made peace with it, as long as she understands that I truly do, to my dying day. She's the one I love. I mean, I really do.
It's okay. It's all right.
Well, it's okay, but that and 50 cents, what does it get you? You end up being lonely because you can't see her. But here's a perfect example. Last 2 weeks, she had a breast examination, and it turned out that there was something they wanted to relook at. So they looked at it a second time. And here I am sitting over here. She can't talk to me because if her kids seeing her talking to me, it's like the plague is hit. Her ex-husband is there, and she's worried about that.
Yeah.
She does worry about that. And then comes down to the fact, well, not only the second examination, but we're gonna have to have a biopsy too. I can't do anything. I can't console her. I can't go into the hospital. I can't say. I can't do anything for her for fear that there'll be repercussions from an asshole who really doesn't have any control over it.
Yeah.
It doesn't,
I think you're the asshole here, Jim.
it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Okay. So I'm really frustrated in that aspect because the fact is I do care about her, and I'm thinking she's going to die. Her mother died of breast cancer, and she's got a couple places. God, man, I'm just going through all this shit, and I'm thinking,
Is he just telling these stories of try to make him look like a kind, caring, compassionate person? It's like I don't buy it. Like even if all the stuff he's saying is true, it's like, so what? You still did what you did tonight, and that's what you're going to be punished for.
yeah, well, I'll sit in my house and I'll do music,
Yeah.
and you'll be gone.
Sounds like it does hurt. It's a lot of emotions, to deal with.
It really.
Oh, fuck off with the tears, Jim.
What weighs
I
on
can't do
her?
anything about it.
Yeah.
He's just so caring about people.
And it weighs on you.
What? What am I going to say? Well, I'm going to come to the hospital anyway.
This is the guy that talked about having sex with a 13-year-old within 5 minutes of meeting her. Now he's trying to pretend like he's some sort of a hero.
It just aggravates him.
Yeah.
So I said, do it.
And, yeah.
My job is great. I have a great job, by the way.
Sounds like it. You said you work.
Oh, I love it. Don't take that away from me. I'll fuck you.
That's
Well, I put sample list.
I just don't keep it cordial.
No, I really do love my job. I do web pages every day.
Hey, everybody okay?
No, we're just crying like shit.
Here's his. He's trying
You
to
missed the
find-
emotional part.
Oh, well, I'm glad for
Good.
you and for me, right?
I wonder if Jim thinks these people are his friends now. Well, I mean, he's dead now, but like after this, I wonder if he thought they were really friends.
Anyway, no, I do. I really do love my job. My job is a great job. So where do I have to appear when?
Well, we have some housekeeping stuff that we have
Okay,
to
just
take
do what you
care
gotta
of
do.
first.
Okay.
Oh, thank God that Catherine Reed arrives with the housekeeping. Always the most exciting part of an interrogation.
You want to go ahead and...
Yeah. First of all, I've asked you about your vehicle. You said there was nothing in there, nothing in there that we should worry about or anything. You had no problem with us looking at. All I'm going to ask you to do, if you're willing to do, is just sign that you're okay with that.
Okay.
Um,
No problem.
let's see. What we got here? Let's see here.
As long as that's what it says.
That's what it'll say.
And you'll have an opportunity to read it.
All night long.
Let's see here.
No, I really do like my job. I do web pages and I go in early. I go in at 6:30 in the morning, and I usually stay till about 2:30.
At the university?
Yeah, come on, Justin.
Yeah.
And
Sounds like a lot of freedom.
Actually, it's very the University of Cincinnati is really well. The people I work for are really flexible about that. I go actually, if it's a good morning, I'll go in and exercise and go to the rec center and do
Oh,
that,
yeah.
and then show up about 7 or 8 o'clock. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, the vehicle information.
Is it in here?
So what's the story on me, guys?
Right now, we'll just do the housekeeping and I can give you a little bit more.
You're a sexual predator and you're going to prison. That's basically what it comes down to. That's the short version.
Answer here.
Is it in here?
Do like vehicle information or
I'll
something.
see if it's in
Kind of What kind of vehicle did you have?
It's a Aztec, Pontiac Aztec 2003.
2003.
That's what they told me. I asked him. I didn't really know.
Yeah.
Oh, 2007. You know how humiliating this is in terms of being somebody who does with web pages all the time.
Well, but I think we've kind of reached that issue. You know, it's we've talked about that, and I think we will address those issues.
Here it
You know.
is. 2003 Pontiac Aztec,
Champagne.
four-door wagon, sport utility.
That sounds good. How much were you giving me for it?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know
I'm
about
not that good.
I was ready to sell it a year ago and they wouldn't give me any shit.
that. That's the way it goes. They depreciate so fast
Oh, it's
as soon
terrible.
as you pull them off
It is
the lot.
absolutely terrible.
Yeah. You want me to read it for you?
Let's see if I can do this.
Okay.
So, have either one of you taken the master's degree online program at UC?
No, have you set it? Did you set it up?
I have been there since the very beginning of it, and it works. I'm pretty much involved with it.
Yeah, the
Yes.
mechanics of it online.
I do the delivery part of it.
Mm-hmm.
They've got top-notch people running the program.
Yeah. Have to look into it.
It's about $2,000 a quarter.
Yeah.
But you can complete it in 2 years. Master's degree.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Who accredited them?
It's accredited by you would ask me that. It's accredited by the people who accredit university education.
No, see, I'm not a police officer, so I don't know what all the best methods are, but it just seems that the police could be more efficient if they just didn't let the predators ramble on like this. Like, I get it, you want to get them talking so they'll say incriminating things, but when they're so far off on a tangent related to what they're doing, you're basically just spending 2 hours listening to a guy babble about nothing. Like, I just wonder if it'd be in their own best interest to just get him to shut up and go throw him in a cell and then move on to the next guy. I don't know. I don't know if there's any benefit to this. Maybe I'm wrong.
You can give them a call.
Yeah.
Because there's no accreditation department for the criminal justice at this point in the state of Ohio. I don't know if in Kentucky where there is or not,
Mm-hmm.
but in the state of Ohio there isn't. Florida is for,
Appreciate that.
you know.
I have to look at it and see.
I mean, if you're looking for a master's degree, it's an easy way to go. Coursework isn't too bad. A lot of reading.
Yeah.
These detectives, they're probably trying to fill out all this paperwork. They're trying to think while they're writing, and then they just have this idiot sitting here just jabbering away.
I work with
So, go ahead.
I work with all the professors that do their delivery, and so whatever tests they want, whatever kind of like we call them modules. There's 5 modules. Every course is a 5-week course, and it's about, just off the top of my head, about $2,000 per quarter. So if you're talking 2 years, you're talking 16 quarters at that's about $32,000. But it gets you a master's degree in criminal justice. It's a master's degree in science, a master of science degrees. Try it again. Master of Science degree in criminal justice from one of the top criminal justice programs in the country.
Mm-hmm.
It's right now UC's number 5 in the country, and these are top-notch. The actual professors do look at stuff. I don't know if you know any of their names or anything of your.
No.
But they're the people that are changing what happens. What you guys do day in day out.
Yeah. Has their program been really successful?
Yes.
The online?
The online program, we started 5 years ago with 15 students. We now have over 600.
Wow.
And
That's phenomenal growth.
well, yeah, and it brings in about $2 million a year profit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what am I signing?
All right, we'll do this first one here. Okay. This is for your vehicle. I circled vehicle located at Holland Heights Police Department, Holland Heights, Kentucky, 41076, and more particularly describes a 2003 Pontiac Aztek, Ohio plate DG73LC,
Good,
and your VIN number. All that.
Is this camera being operated by like a robot or something?
As if I remember.
Yeah, well, most people, some people do know.
At least we get a nice shot of this cop here in the Timothy Kynes sting. You heard him talking the whole time, but you never really got to see what he looked like. So at least here we get to match a face to the voice.
I grant this consent to Detective Tom Mitchke, this is me.
Okay.
Known to me, I marked that out, detective with the Campbell County Police Department, and to such other officers deemed necessary to assist. I know that I have the right to refuse to consent, and I have voluntarily give up that right. I know that the agent does not have to have a search warrant. But,
You want to search the fucking car?
well,
Yeah, you need to, right?
I have not been threatened or coerced in any way, and I have not been promised any favor
Is that
or
what I just did?
Nah. I have read this consent form, or it has been read to me, and I understand it.
I
Today.
understand it.
Okay,
Okay.
well, I need you to sign your name there, print it, and put your address, and then we'll sign this witness.
Okay. It's a good thing you asked me to print it.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
we could have made much out of the signature.
But that is my real signature.
Yeah.
Sure.
All witnesses here. Okay. Just one other piece of housekeeping here.
Are you
Here,
ready?
you can keep your
Yes.
It's kind of weird. It didn't seem like he was sitting that far away from them while they were talking. I imagine he was quite close.
No, you can see. The only other thing is, I know you said you had nothing in your house. Do you have anything inside your residence there on
Brandy Way.
Brandy Way? Is there anything in there that would give us any concern? You said you didn't have anything.
You have, the only thing that you would have would be the computer things, but you have all the references to that.
Okay. Do you have a problem with anybody looking in there to make sure there's nothing nothing of?
Well, they want to see my genitalia.
would
I'm sorry.
you got me off guard, dude.
That is definitely not a joke, Jim. There's nothing funny about your genitalia.
Jim, you got me.
Yeah, we're
I really?
Jim, you got me.
it's late.
Yeah, it's late.
Sorry. No, there's nothing on there. I don't keep pornography on there. I don't distribute pornography. If somebody wants to go in there and go through and find some sort of program that I have,
There's no kiddie porn or anything like that.
no.
And it's just everything's gonna find as adult stuff.
No, I'm not even talking about that stuff. I'm talking about if somebody goes in, they find out that I have a piece of software that I have.
Oh,
No,
like
from somebody
Juarez or
else,
something.
that there might be something like that, but there's no, I don't do that.
Yeah.
Go in.
All right. You have no problem with that?
No.
Okay. Well, what I'll do, I'll just do another consent if you don't have a problem with that.
Okay, but does that mean that they come in and take my computers away and cause me a problem not to be able to work?
Well, that could be an issue.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if there's information, I mean, if they deemed it feels like it could have some information that they may need, yeah, that is a possibility.
Okay, so give me some help here.
I can't tell you what to do. I mean,
Yeah.
it's up to you.
Like, they're probably going to take his computer regardless of whether or not he consents. They'll just have to get a warrant for it. It'll be a little bit of extra work, but one way or another, it's happening.
I don't want to seem like I'm not cooperative because I really am cooperative
Yeah.
because I really don't have the kiddie porn shit on there.
Yeah.
If they want to do
Right.
that, if there's kiddie porn shit on there, somebody else has put it on there from some site or something.
It was Rob Klein's brother, that bastard.
But in the same regard, I need to be able to use my computer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
it's up to you.
Well, you'll be in jail, Jim. So yeah, don't worry about working for the next little bit.
if you want to consent or not, I'm leaving that up to
We
you.
can't make you any promises on
Yeah,
how
I can't
quick
say
you
no,
would
we're
get
not.
what
it
if I don't
back or
sign it?
not.
What happens if I don't sign it?
Then you don't sign
You
it.
don't sign it. That's okay.
It's
Only-
completely
only-
your call.
Okay, but in lieu of the conversation that we just had, I'm not putting you on the spot, but that is my reasoning for doing it.
Okay, that's fine. I mean,
I have to have access to my computer. I have to have it in order to do my job.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to force you to, sign anything that you don't feel you want, and then I understand your reasoning. That's fine. And I'll just leave it at that. I think for right now I don't have anything else.
Do you want to do the statement?
Yeah.
Let him write his own statement.
Yeah. Let's see. The last thing here, I overlooked it here. Would you be willing to write a written statement of what happened tonight, or
Oh, well, I'd like to eventually have one.
would you like to write it?
If Jim did that, it would come out as like an 800-page novel filled with just pages and chapters full of useless, random tangent tales.
A written
Oh,
statement.
do I
Your
have to
own.
write one?
Your own written
It
statement.
depends on what you're going to come across with. If you come up, so it's so negative that I'm a pervert and that I want.
No, this is from you.
No.
This is your account of what happened.
What I'm saying is what I don't know what you have there. So
It's basically
It's a blank statement.
it's a voluntary statement. It's blank. It just lets you know your rights.
it lets me know my rights.
It lets you know your rights.
If I don't put anything does that relinquish my rights?
No, if you don't want to write anything, you don't have to.
Okay.
It's totally voluntary. This is not something I'm just giving you the opportunity.
Okay. I'm just trying to be careful because
Okay.
I know the legal systems and I like
Okay.
to screw around with you.
That
You know the league. Good picture there. I paused on. But yeah, he's saying he knows the legal system, yet he just sat here for like 2 hours talking without a lawyer, saying incriminating things. Like he just screwed himself. These guys think they know the law, and then they just don't do the basic things you would do if you knew the law.
that is fine. I think that's everything I have for right now. I guess what we'll do is you'll go with another officer for right now.
We gotta do citation. don't we?
Yeah, it just a little bit of clerical.
Just
And-
paperwork so that whenever they get you there, they can process you quickly. Okay, we got this. You want me to grab this?
Yeah,
Is there anything else I need to know about before we
I'll
leave?
hang here until you get.
No, as of right now, there's nothing I can really tell you right now. Other than
Okay.
this.
Just sit here.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
hang tight
you
with
just
her.
hang tight, and I'll hang here with you until we get somebody in here. Okay?
And take a nap.
Yeah. Tough night.
No. I mean, I don't want to go through this ever again, but tough.
How old did you say you were?
59,
59.
going on 60.
You've seen a lot of life.
Mm-hmm.
How old? I didn't hear that. Did he say 51? This guy looks really, really old.
My father was killed when I was 2 years old.
Oh. So yeah, I brought that up earlier. That I read on his wiki page about his father getting killed. So his father must have had him when he was 16.
Really?
He was shot in the back, and my mother was 17.
Talk louder, Jim. We need to hear you.
Wow.
And she brought me up and went through all that. And she died a couple years ago.
Oh, really?
Yep. It's kind of funny.
What is?
No. How my sister and my half sister and they always, they always come back with, you never know. And you don't. You never know. I'm sorry, I didn't really answer your question, but it really does. It's more intuitive than you think. Actually, my mother's said something in my history would always come back. And my mother's brother-in-law was like,
Like, does Jim just really think that these detectives like care about these stories? Like, this is something, like, if you know someone well or you're in their family, maybe you care about just random anecdotes about family and stuff, but the cops are, like, they're at work, they're doing their job. They're, like, they don't care about him just going on about whatever the hell this is.
the head of the Democratic Party in Claremont County, and he was corrupt as hell. I really didn't know him very well, but we'd go down. We go. I mean, we're talking about 30 years here. We go down and we'd have rabbit and squirrel in his house. It was that down home. And I don't know what you really want. There was something in her back in the history, something back in the history of my family that not that she wanted to hide, but she just wanted me to always keep it low.
And it is kind of telling that, Jim's here talking like he's just a friendly older guy and talking about his family and all these other things, laughing and joking around. Yet the second he's talking to someone online he thinks is 13, he goes right into the disgusting sex talk. There's no more of this friendly chit-chat. He's just pure vile. So, like, he's not a good guy that he's trying to portray himself as.
No, and I always didn't do that. I was an upfront musician. I played at a country club in Cincinnati.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you were a musician. We get it, Jim.
Yeah, I play piano, and I really have. I played it. There isn't a country club in Cincinnati I haven't played. And it's funny, I played for big people. I was thinking, and just as we were talking about, thinking about the time that I played from Marge shot. Is it Cincinnati Country Club? I'm sorry, I mean, you're this poor as you, but I'm sorry. We walked in, and Marge and I walked in at the same time. And I said hello. She was a drunkard, just a total drunkard. By the time I finished my first set, they had carried her out of Cincinnati Country Club, stone drunk.
Oh, goodness.
And this was years before all the controversies with the Reds and all that. This is before she even had an ownership in the Reds. Oh, who else have I known over the years? I've seen Bob Taft, and seen Bob Taft's wife in slippers come to a party. Oh God, another case. Oh, we've played so many jobs.
Wow. So what instrument did you play?
I play keyboards.
Keyboard?
Yeah. And I don't do too much of it anymore. I'll play a wedding reception,
Jim and GC Coates should get together and start a band.
For cocktail music, or maybe for an hour, or play the wedding. I mean, I played organ too. I played for 24 years out in Milford's Methodist Church. Did wedding after wedding after wedding. Never paid anything.
No.
$125 2 nights.
Oh.
I played over at the Christian church over here in Covington a couple weeks ago. One lousy service the week before Palm Sunday. Walked in and did a rehearsal with their choir. $150. Couldn't believe it.
Mm.
If that's the kind of money I was making,
Yeah. Let me check and see what's going on.
She's like, this is unbearable sitting here with Jim. I gotta go see if we can end this.
Go to the bathroom pretty soon. Okay, just take your time.
All right.
Not sure how much we have left here of good stuff, so I'm just gonna skip ahead a little bit. He's just dozing off. It's funny that they just trusted Jim in here alone with the camera. Or maybe there's a person behind this camera or something. It's kind of hard to tell. Come on, something's got to happen soon. Oh, here we go.
Keeping issue. Now, when you came in, you had a cell phone,
Mm-hmm.
and what else did you have with you?
My billfold, my keys, my money.
Okay, did you have, what are those things called? A Trio or Blackberry or?
Trio was my phone.
Okay. We would like to take a look at that.
Fine.
Would you give me consent to do so?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that'd be property, and hereby consent to complete search of property located at,
Self.
it was on your person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's a Trio?
Trio, Treo.
And you had a cell phone in addition to that,
No,
or it's all one thing?
It's my phone.
Okay, and is there anything else that I would use to describe it?
No, not really.
Trio, okay. I grant this consent to,
It just has all my addresses and all my people on it.
okay. The date is April. I have the time and see if it's on this phone. Such luck.
What, the date?
The time.
No, I don't know.
At the time.
I watched Tide today, actually.
You have the time. You have the time. 1:50. Thanks.
Well, no wonder I'm tired.
Yeah. Let's see, it's 1:50 a.m. Okay, let's go over this and make sure it reads correctly. I hereby consent to complete search of the property located on my person, and more particularly described as Treo, Treo. I grant this consent to Agent Catherine Reed, known to me to be an agent of the Office of the Attorney General, and to such other officers deemed necessary to assist. I know that I have a right to refuse to consent, and I voluntarily give up that right. I know that the agent does not have a search warrant. I have not been threatened or coerced in any way, nor have I been promised any favor or benefit. I have read this consent form, or it has been read to me, and I understand it. The date is April 13th, 2007, and this time is 1:50 a.m. All right, and he's working on the citation. He's almost done with it, I promise. We're gonna
Okay.
get you out of here soon
Whatever,
enough.
whatever,
Okay?
whatever happens, happens.
All right, thanks.
All right, let's skip ahead a little bit here, see if anything else happens. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't know the number. I really don't.
Okay.
I don't even know what it starts with. I really don't have any idea what it starts with.
Did you get it in Cincinnati? The
Yeah,
service
yeah.
come out of Cincinnati?
Yeah, it's over in Beachmont.
So it's a 513.
Yeah,
area
I just
code.
don't know what the next numbers are. I'd be guessing. I'd really be guessing.
So when you use it, you just give people your landline number
Yeah,
and
and
they.
it forwards to my phone.
Okay.
That's like I said. That's the reason why I don't know.
All right. All right. Well, I'll see if that's enough information. If not, we may have to back up and punt.
No, I hope not.
Thank you.
Being tired.
Well, it looks like that's the end of it. It's just Jim sitting here for the rest. So, so yeah, thanks to the people that recommended I do this one. Yeah, I could see why people kind of mock Jim for talking a lot and being such an arrogant asshole, because he is, not only for what he tried to do this night, but for his general attitude and personality. So, all right, thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.